The NBA is blazing right now, with whispers turning into a full-on feud, and Michael Jordan just shook the world with a shocking revelation no one expected.
One of them was feared by legends, and the other one, well, I don't have much to say about it.
Michael Jordan just dropped a bombshell, hinting that Larry Bird was a greater player than LeBron James could ever be, and it's sending shockwaves through the NBA. Today, we're diving into every jaw-dropping detail, what MJ meant, the plays and stats proving Bird's dominance, and the key points Jordan used to back up his claim. But the story gets even deeper. MJ revealed the real secret about Bird's relentless grind through injuries, something LeBron's era doesn't demand. When the most fiercely competitive athlete ever admits he feared one player above all, it's far from flattery. Jordan wasn't talking about style points or social media fame. He meant sacrifice, the kind Bird embodied night after night, playing through pain and never leaning on load management or sympathy. Bird's resilience set a standard that defined true toughness, while LeBron thrives in a league designed around protection and entertainment, not the raw, unforgiving grind that made Bird a legend. Larry Bird wasn't chasing cameras or viral highlights. He was all about winning, and that mindset is what sets him apart from today's stars. If the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan, admits that, the debate is basically settled. But to truly understand why MJ felt that way, you need to see the world Bird dominated. Comparing the NBA of the 1980s to LeBron's era is like comparing a brutal street fight to a light sparring session in a gym. The 80s league was raw, physical, and downright violent. Every drive to the rim came with elbows, forearms, and constant punishment. There was no talk of load management. If you could walk, you played. And Bird thrived in that chaos. He didn't just survive that era, he owned it. Even with chronic back problems that would bench most players for months, he'd still show up night after night and effortlessly drop 30 points, proving that toughness and dedication don't come from modern rules or protective schedules. They come from sheer will. That wasn't just toughness. It was a whole other level of obsession. Now, jump to LeBron's era, and the game looks completely different. Today's NBA is designed for highlight reels, massive sponsorships, and extending careers far beyond what was once possible. Guys are playing 20 seasons because the rules protect stars like priceless artifacts. Hand-checking is gone, hard fouls are penalized, and even legends like Shaq have admitted it. The league now favors safety and showmanship over the raw, relentless grind that defined Bird's generation.
Because we have shifted away from physicality and shifted away from all that.
And is not exaggerating. The modern NBA is basically entertainment basketball, tailor-made for stars like LeBron. Sure, he's one of the best of this era, but he's had every advantage imaginable: advanced science, elite training, recovery technology, you name it. Drop him into Bird's world, where defenders could throw elbows and slam you at half court, and this comparison falls apart. Back then, raw speed and strength alone weren't enough. You needed smarts, toughness, and relentless drive, and Bird had all of it. He wasn't the flashiest athlete, but his intelligence and willpower broke opponents night after night. Refs didn't shield stars. If anything, being a big name made you a target. LeBron, by contrast, grew up in a league that crowned stars before they attested. That's a critical difference. The brutal, unforgiving 80s forged true legends. Today's NBA manufactures superstars. But Bird didn't need hype reels, stack rosters, or cameras following his every move. He just needed the ball and the will to dominate. What makes his story even more incredible is where he came from, a tiny town in Indiana, far from any big basketball factory, yet he grinded his way up to become the heartbeat of the Boston Celtics. Before the trash talk and legendary fear factor, there was proof. Bird earned his place the hard way. And the numbers alone are jaw-dropping. 3 MVPs, 3 NBA titles, 12 All-Star appearances, Rookie of the Year, and 2 Finals MVPs. But what truly sets him apart is how he got there. Unlike LeBron, whose path came with built-in advantages, Bird's rise wasn't guaranteed. He came from French Lick, Indiana, a town with just a few thousand people and a single gas station, and still carved a legacy that reshaped the league. Bird wasn't a media-built superstar. No cameras tracked his high school games. No ESPN documentary labeled him the chosen one. He was just a kid grinding through construction work and showing up to every game as if it were his last chance at something bigger. Then came Indiana State, not Duke or North Carolina, where no one expected a championship run. Yet Bird carried the team all the way to the 1979 NCAA final against Magic Johnson in Michigan State, in what became the most-watched college game ever, a rivalry that influenced basketball for years to come. When he landed in Boston, the Celtics transformed almost instantly, going from underperformers to winners, improving their record by 32 games in his rookie season. From the moment he stepped on the floor, everyone sensed it. Bird's game commanded respect, and the league knew something special had arrived. Teammates and opponents first noticed Bird's fundamentals, basketball IQ, and leadership. But soon, fear set in. He could trash talk like no one else and then back it up flawlessly, telling you exactly how and where he'd beat you, and then doing it as if it was scripted. Sure, people admire LeBron's dominance, but dominating in a league where everyone is protected doesn't compare to ruling an era fueled by pure competitiveness. Bird didn't have LeBron's size, but he had impeccable timing, unmatched vision, and a mind always 3 moves ahead. You couldn't rush him or shake his focus. Before you even stepped on the court, he was already in your head. Even Michael Jordan admitted Bird was one of the few players who genuinely scared him. Let that sink in. Bird wasn't chasing stats, followers, or highlight reels. He chased championships, and earned them the hard way. Bird led Boston to 3 championships in a brutal era stacked with killers like Magic Johnson, Kareem, Dr. J, and Isaiah Thomas. Every playoff series was war, and Bird was always at the center, bleeding, yelling, and sinking jumpers no one could predict. What makes his legacy even more insane is how compact it is. Just 13 seasons, yet in that short time, he rewrote the DNA of the NBA. LeBron's career is impressive, but it spans 2 decades, with super teams and rule changes favoring offense. By the mid-80s, everyone in the league knew the truth. You didn't just play Larry Bird, you survived him. His stats tell one story, but the reverence and fear expressed by other NBA legends elevate him to a whole different level. Something LeBron can't match no matter how many records he piles up. And here's the kicker. Fans can hype you all they want, but it's something else entirely when legends themselves admit they fear you. And when you hear what NBA legends say about Bird, it's clear this isn't just nostalgia, it's genuine respect, earned the old school way. Take Magic Johnson, for example. He and Bird weren't just rivals, they were basketball's Ali and Frazier, a clash that stopped the entire league every time they faced off. Magic even admitted Bird was his greatest rival, the one player who could outthink and outplay him on any night. Their epic showdowns didn't just define the 80s, they rescued the NBA, dragging it into the global spotlight. But between the two, Bird was the colder, more calculating killer, the one who always seemed one step ahead.
And Larry Bird was just slicing and dicing them. And I said, oh, I called home. I said, it's true about this boy.
Gary Payton, widely regarded as one of the NBA's all-time best trash talkers, still calls Larry Bird the most dangerous talker the game has ever seen. Bird didn't speak to entertain. He spoke because he knew exactly what he could do. He'd tell you how he was going to score, then execute it right in front of you. Payton even shared this on the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, emphasizing just how lethal Bird's mind and confidence were on the court.